Amandla. Yo, hey, what's up, guys? Zizobuya, as you can see, what's going on. So you guys know what it is, man. These episodes are mainly episodes we get to have the conversation. We get to have the conversations, as we all say. And so on this particular episode, let me check. Let me get the link. Let me get the link, man. So I wanted to give the video a little bit of room. So an hour. I thought an hour was enough before we actually go in. Now, if you didn't get to see the video, it is a new thingy for the New Testament. We're only going to be dealing with the Synoptic Gospels. The Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And so that's what the focus is going to be on, those ones. So hope you enjoy that. Now, it is a Christian, strictly Christian view. Okay. And so it may see a Jewish tradition, but it's still completely Christian. And so let me just sort out this. Let me do the sharing entire thing before I find the link, and then I share it out to you guys. Is it live? Is it live? Are we live? Are we living this thing? Okay, it doesn't show on my side. Okay, so I do see people up there. I see Kaya. What is up, Alule? Alule is alive. Awesome. Hey, guys, you wouldn't believe one of you guys took me out. That's why I'm late. Man, them was out there having fun. We were at the shooting range. It was absolutely amazing. I've always wanted to go to the shooting range, but me staying indoors. So somebody says, Ricky, let's go. I was like, me. You're calling me to go. Oh, I'm there. Alule is here officially. Alule was just delayed. Okay, so I do see that there are a couple of comments that are now coming in. TD official, what's good? Okay, let me make sure that this thing is streaming properly. Né? There were some issues last time I checked. Oh, okay, so I see it. I need to check on the back end of YouTube. You know how YouTube and the whole 9 yards work. So a lot of things going on. Hey, Mugele, how are you doing? Me, I'm awesome. Alule is life, guys. Alule is life. Tell your friends, friends. You guys were prophesying last week. You didn't tell me. You know, you guys have to update me. Let's a number of prophets once you start prophesying and all that. So that I can know. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, the guys in the chat started talking about women in preaching. Hey, country, this week is going to be Women's Week. And so this week we had a lot to talk about. Now, I did point out certain things. I made a video explaining why, for me, remain neutral or just leave the subjects alone. For me, remain neutral. You know, we are not the same out here. We're not from the same doctrinal grounds and all that kind of stuff. And so for me, I stay clear of that subject. Now, there were a lot of things that people felt were wrong, but I wanted to just show that there is a verse for it. That's why you heard me saying, you know, let's not treat it as if there isn't a verse about the subject, okay? So I do see that we got somebody from Botswana. Yeah. Botswana is far. Botswana is far. We live. Guys, I am Genesis as a prophet. As a matter of fact, he said something. So I'm going to be recalling some of the things that he had said before. Now, let me pin the link for invites so that you guys can call in. This is mainly your show. It's not me talking here. So call in. Let me paste that. Call in at this link and paste and post and just a second. That's the pin right there. So if you want to call, you see that comment will take you directly there. So I'm going to pin to put Hiban. Get the benile. I bent myself. Can't bend. I was wondering what's going on. Okay, it's not allowing me to pin the post. Okay, so call in. Let me do it again. Call in at this link. This is meant to be a show where we discuss, not Ricky just talking. Right? So, okay, I just wanted to copy. An error waiting. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw thingy. Papi, Papi, you're in Saudi Arabia. That explains the outfit. Cannot ban a chat owner moderator. Put user on timer. Okay, it's not allowing me to pin the post. So I'm kind of wondering, or how do I do that? But I can do that. Okay. I don't know, guys. So I'll keep posting it. Papi says he is watch all the way from Saudi Arabia. Guys, we are international. we are all the way international. Watching from Canada. Heaven. Jesus Christ. You know, that's one place I want to visit. One of my mentors is over there. Watching from the USA. What's good? Hey. So okay. Bongan, you are in Sekunda, the land of milk and honey. Watching from the land of milk and honey. If you don't know Sekunda, the Sekunda area, they have a lot of like very industrial stuff there. There's a lot of factories and stuff. Awesome stuff. And so I just want to acknowledge the guys that are on here in the comment sections first. Hey. So, Makaga actually said something. Says, I have a question. Straight to the point. I have a question. God can instruct a genuine believer to warn people about false prophets? Question mark. Let's say I am a false prophet. Can God instruct a genuine believer to warn people that I am false? Yes. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even have to whisper into your ear. The Bible tells us to do so. The Bible actually tells us to do so. Now, let me show you the verse exactly for Marco. Okay, that is Romans chapter number 16. Magak. Romans chapter 16, verse 17 up until verse 18. It says, I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to their doctrine. So if a person teaches something contrary, the Bible does tell us to come, say leadership, get yourself in order. Now, the thing about it is, okay, I think maybe there's a reason why this thing is not allowing me. Am I exceeding the hours that it allows me to stream? Okay, I'll have to purchase this thing. Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. Sorry, guys. It's not allowing me to do certain things, this program. Okay, so it says mark them that cause divisions. Now, we mark them, the people that are causing the division, individuals who are teaching false doctrines and all that kind of stuff, who are causing offenses, divisions and offenses. Now, divisions, there are certain denominations out there that are just there for division. Period. They are not there for truth. They don't even know it, never even heard of it. Contrary to their doctrine. So if anything contradicts, not the revelation, so Bani said this, no, that's not what he's dealing with. He's dealing with a doctrinal issue, which ye have learned. Avoid them. So it is biblical. So there is the biblical verse. Now, there I just wanted to show that. Very great question. You don't even have to say, I had a special message, God told me. No, it doesn't even have to be God told me. there's a verse over there that actually tells us that. I saw I am in on the life. Yeah, we are live. I think Kiri Ogni used to see the videos up. Yeah, we are here on the live. Please do a research on Johani Ma. Let me try and write it down. Okay, this is the particular comment I'm talking about. Prof. I see Prof. Bongani down there. Johani Maso. Okay, I don't know him. Why am I getting camera funny? I'm doing all the wrong things. Okay, so let us see this gentleman. I'm very interested in seeing who it is. Share. We're gonna share the second tab here. All right. So I'm gonna go here, Johannes. I don't know him. I don't know where he's from. If he's not on, it's showing me some old people leadership. I don't know if this is the person that you want me to research. What about him exactly? So, Winnie, please do alert me on what exactly am I supposed to look for, or what does a person teach or something. Then it will give me a direction to know which direction to go. So holla back, and I will see. I'll try and keep a chat, the eye on the chat. Blessing is here. Leadership, always amazing to see you. I think we contacted. Did we talk on Twitter? Do alert me. I think the name. Me, if I see a profile, you see, I love married people. You see, I see married people, amazing. I remember. Bongani, I'm gonna add you, but I don't see any video thing in there. Leadership. There is no video, but I think you can still communicate voice-wise. Prof. Okay. Bongani, do fix your microphone issues. I don't think, just go out, come back in, we'll be able to talk. So Blessing, I'm not sure if we did speak on Twitter, but I think Solomon is out here, says, check Bushiri's teaching on GMOs. Are you meaning GMOs, the food? Yeah, just go out, then come back in again. Did he teach about that? I don't know. There's a lot of teachings about things. Okay, so I think Winnie's comment actually earlier on actually explained a little bit. It says, was if you have covered John. No, I don't know him. It would be best if you can send me a link on Facebook. It's Ricky Gilliams. That would be easier for me to then, maybe one video or two to give me an idea of the person's thingy. Then we can do that. Next time. Says next time, don't leave me. Where did you see the shooting range? I haven't even posted it live. How dare? Oh, I mentioned it. Don't worry. These subscribers, I'm telling you, subscribers, they just come out of nowhere. They say, Ricky, we are going. I'm telling you, I had fun. I love guns. I'm a big fan, but I'd never known of any, so I'd never gone. I mean, like, I watch a lot of gun shows on YouTube and stuff like that. I follow these things. So I go to shoot the Taurus. There's this gun called a Taurus. It's huge. Like, it's very intimidating. It looks almost as if it'll just pop back. So I was even asking the guy, is it not gonna pop? So I had to give him, I said, no, you shoot it first. So it was very, very fun, to be honest with you. As you can tell, I'm so excited. Watching from New York. Renee, what's good? Ivan. TD says, official, right in the house. Leadershiping. TK Samuel, what's up? Leadership. On the internet, I think last time you said you were in Jimiston. Jimiston. I've never stayed in Jimiston, but Jimiston just sounds awkward. It sounds like one of those places where I wouldn't have internet. Let's be honest. It just sounds like one of those places where I wouldn't have internet. Okay, this thing is not allowing me to post. My goodness. I have to post that again. Okay. So
I went to fix some equipment for a job I have this coming week, so I just came back. You said it already.
I started the live stream because I wasn't sure if you were thinking.
So what should you do?
No, it's fine. Let me come to you at 6:30. Or you can come through at 6:30.
6:30, okay, no problem.
Nope.
No problem. Let me unpack and do my things. Then 6:30 we meet.
Donkeys. Sure. Okay, guys, things are happening in the background, so I had to answer the call here. No, there's no funny people that call me funny names, so I don't have to hide who's talking to me. Doctors is here. We found a studio, guys. Just a small little update. We found a studio. Me and Doctors are going to be going there. I'll go during the week, and then I think we're gonna be bothered by this. I'll go during the week, and then I'll update Dockers. Then the sessions will start going. We are live. The audio Bible thingy. You might have the first sample in the next 2 weeks. We don't care how professional it sounds. We just want a sample, just something on our hands to say, yeah, we own something. Then it will determine us to go further from there. So it's amazing to see Dockers. What's up? Don't see shorts. What's up? Good to see the churches. You didn't miss it too much. No, we haven't started. We're actually just getting into it. We have only actually answered only one particular question. And so Dockers, Papi says, what's good? Says, what's good? Yes, we did talk on Twitter. It's amazing to see your leadership. It would be amazing for you if you could join. Kiseki, send a link. Let me send the link again. Guys, today let's get cracking. All these subjects that you feel like they're hectic. Let me call in. This is not a show for me to keep talking. This is a show for us to have conversations. Okay, so the link is down there again. You can click the link and it will take you directly in to call in. Mark says, look at the mailman, what's good leadership? Hey, we are here, we are switching our hands. Guys, you should have been there. You should have sent me. I was so excited. And by the way, did I tell you guys that you guys now have a phone? I didn't tell you, did I? Okay. Oh, it's that phone. That's your guys' phone. So we will be having a WhatsApp number soon. Hey, I need to find a way to properly put the WhatsApp number, because the aim is for communication through the stories, so that you can stay updated properly. Because YouTube is not sending out notifications, and so the notifications are very bad at the moment. And again, YouTube has reduced YouTube has reduced recommendations to newer audiences, because they established a new system. They have a new system right now. So just want to show you one of the videos that actually elaborate this example that I'm talking about. Just a second, I'll show you. Remember, the link is down there. So I'll show you why exactly I think the WhatsApp group will do better, because people check what WhatsApp thingy statuses all the time. And so I think that will be more beneficial. So the link, guys, down there. Okay, while it's loading, let me be reading the comments. Today it's not flying. I want to make sure that the comments today don't fly above me like last time. Hello, everybody says, no, Lutando, where are you again? Let me guess. It's Devin. Did she say Devin? I forgot. I'm sorry. I do remember you mentioned last time, but I absolutely forgot. Leadership, watching from Namibia. My goodness. Wow. Can you see? We Papi. Dockers did respond down in the comment section. Hope you saw the comment over there. And so, oh my goodness, it's now starting to fly above me. Zachariah, what's up? The ghost. You're doing a great job. Thank you, leadership. Okay, I haven't said anything about the Bushiri thing. Okay, so let me give you an update, right? What actually happened with the thingy? So Link. I'm posting the link again. Iron Genesis. I don't know if you guys noticed. When Bushiri was about to be was still in jail, Iron Genesis actually came out and said he was actually prophesying that Bushiri was going to go to jail for 6 years, but they need to pray so that they can bring it down to like 3 years or something like that. And so right now there's been that. I don't know if he has changed that, but I do know that he recently released something right now because of Monday. So he released a prophecy, so to say, for Monday. Togozo, I see you down there. I'm coming to you right now. I see that I have a private message. Okay, is this particular messages? Leadership. You are live.
Yeah. No.
Are you good?
No, man. Let me just listen just to the. No, I'm good, Brother Rick. How's it?
No, sharp. You called in. So me, when a person
Brother
calls
Rick,
in, I just answer. I don't even ask questions. Because
I think there's a challenge with the network, the coverage.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow. Yeah, his network is very, very slow. And also just try to go out and come back in and call again. Try and call again. First time I see the comment that you posted. Let me post that link again. So the Bible studies again, I just want to make it clear. It's been a dream for me to really release that episode today. You have no idea, man. You have no idea. Did I tell you how I came to ministry? 2010. I'll be in class trying to focus. The teacher is teaching maths there. It enters here, it goes out. Because I started an evangelism ministry by that time. So I was going to schools around like 2-3 schools. There was like 3-4 schools or so that I used to go to. So these schools, they used to have very noisy kids, rebellious kids and stuff like that. So I said, no, if you have free time, call me. They started giving me free sessions when they are doing like, when kids are free. So I ended up just thinking about the kids all the time. So it was always something that I wanted to figure out how to do ministry the way I'm doing right now. What's good? Tandy is watching from the US. Wow. Tandy Dollar. Are you related to the Creflo? Empower me. As Alula, I have adopted into my bio. The laughter is serious. Yeah, no, you see this laughter? This laughter is made for YouTube, Bazalan. This laughter, you can't just laugh like this. No. You have to be an official. I'm adopted, guys, as you can see. I have many mothers. Yo, there's about 4 people. When they call me, I know. When they say Ricky, there's this lady, she calls, yes, my child, you are doing. It's like getting a call from my mother. Blessed, I'm coming to you just now. Leadership.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Number one. Nice finally to put the voice to the pictures.
Amen. No, I really appreciate your content, man. Yo.
Wow, it's always a blessing. As you heard me saying, I love talking to married people. You know, people don't realize how married people, we can just to listen to them. Just listen. Don't want we would gain a lot of experience, wisdom.
You see now. I wanted you to one day when you have time to teach on 1 Kings 13. I don't know if you have ever thought about it.
Remind me.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
1 Kings. I'm trying to remember 1 Kings. Can you remind me the storyline?
It talks about the fake prophet that deceived the true prophet, And then it talks about how the sons were taking all the information to the prophet. And
Oh man, I completely forgot that.
yeah, it's really a good one.
For some reason, when a person talks about First Kings, my passionate topic in Kings, Colossians, Samuel, it's the division. And so whenever a person talks about those chapters, that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah, that's not.
Let's do it like this.
Yeah.
When you have time during the week, let me and you do this. You can go study through the subject, think of particular points. I'll read on it Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, me and you, we do a call, and then we do a video by Thursday together via Zoom call or something. We'll record it and then post it here.
Okay. No,
that's awesome. So let's keep contact on Twitter on that update then. But I'll read on it. Why am I saying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I'll read on it to today and tomorrow. Let me write it down. I'll read on it today and tomorrow, and then me and you have a meeting during the week. We'll keep updating each other on doing that particular video.
Okay. No. Sounds good with me.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be the second episode I do. It's been an idea that I've had to take one particular passage. You're actually just bringing that to life. Take one particular passage, then have different pastors talk about that particular subject. You have just brought that to life.
Okay.
Okay,
know,
so
man.
We'll talk on Twitter then.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks, leadership. All right. So, guys, do look out for that video. It's coming. It is coming. It's gonna be exciting. I've always wanted to do those kind of videos where you have like one subject, one verse. Like you just say, we are talking about soteriology, salvation. Go to a Roman Catholic, you go to a Shanda, you go to they all just speak what they think salvation is. You make up your mind. Nobody's making any conclusions. I like those videos. I used to love debates. Oh my goodness. When I was starting to really understand a lot of subjects, I was really starting to get into debates. Okay. I'm not missing the comments today. And he says, most of the people who follow this Bushiri Baby Joshua, they are broke now. Yeah. Oh. Oof. People don't know. Guys, to be honest with you, most of these individuals that follow these churches, man, they just want upliftment. And unfortunately, they've been duped to think that upliftment is life. They have no idea. I was talking to Pastor Joseph, and I was saying, I saw a clear dream where God showed me as long as I stayed away from my vocation, I'll never go anywhere. And I saw it right before my face. Now, when you say all things work together for the good, they work together for the good when you are in the right position. Okay? And so, we are getting a call from somewhere in Malawi, Lilongwe. I see a gentleman from Lilongwe down in... Mjag.
Hey, I know. Yeah, I miss you.
Where are you, Jude?
Where are you? Lilongwe. Yes.
You must hide there. Like you.
I need to run away, man.
You ran together. You are the one. He used you to escape. It was in your pocket.
You know, I'm the organizer.
What's been happening, man? It's been long.
Yeah, that's much, man.
No, that's good. You see, we have now fixed the internet. We are now live. I was looking for you so that you could fix the second laptop. There's something that I need to do with it and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Actually,
when you're coming back,
I'll be coming tomorrow.
Awesome stuff. Then do make sure that you contact me, leadership.
Okay, sir.
Donkeys. I'll hear from you I'm expecting your message from wherever, Facebooking, whatever, and the whole 9 yards.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll do that.
Yeah, please do bring us leadership. Don't.
No, that one, no. That one is a free man now.
He's a
As
free
we
man.
say.
Coming back. I prophesy now. It's coming
Now
here.
he can prophesy. Now he can prophesy and make lies, and still not caught. We just follow our throats, like, oh yeah,
remember,
cool.
remember where you are, there is freedom of speech, but there is no freedom after speech. So they'll lock you.
Actually,
They'll
right.
lock. Yeah, so be careful what you say, leadership. Text me when you get back, man.
So, moment.
Donkeys.
Cool.
Calling all the way from Lilongwe. We have visitors, guys. We have visitors. Okay, let me check the notification. So yeah, the notification, you're reminding me of it, Mark. The notifications all the time. The issue is they are selective. Like if you watch a lot of videos, they might send you notifications, and then they might not send you some other notifications because they are trying to recognize a pattern of how you watch. So YouTube sometimes just messes it up. So this phone I'm going to put a WhatsApp in this number, and then I'll start putting it out on the thingy. And somebody requested, Ricky, why don't you give away? Don't worry. I need to today, before I leave the office, I need to find how to buy gift cards. I think that's going to make the giveaways much more easier. Hey, these ones, I'm finding it very difficult to keep track. People are responding very late. So I will get that sorted. I'm waiting for the WhatsApp now. It's totally coming, leadership. It's totally coming. This week, I'll get it done. I can call bed, but I need to understand what I am watching. Solomon's interview with the former devil worship. I didn't watch the whole thing. Hey, I'm a little bit done with trying to educate myself with satanic things. I'm good. I need my priority right now. I'm trying to get it to a new just show you this a new pattern of thingy, and so I know this lady is very good. This is not a promo. This Dr. Carolyn Leaf, you can screenshot that. I know it's endorsed by charlatans, but like Joyce Meyer, I don't understand that lady. But this lady, just check her on YouTube. My goodness. So she teaches changing bad behavior periods to thingy. So I really wanted to get this book. There's another one I wanted, but they made a mistake. They sent me the wrong one. But anyways, so I'm in that process. Well, so I'm careful what I'm watching. I'm not watching anything about devils and all that. Nah, not interested. And so I'm not saying don't watch. Nah, let's be very clear. I'm saying I am not. I've watched enough of that. I'm good. Watching all the way from Oslo, off the Ras. Your 2012 was the year for you guys. Watching for eThekwini leadershiping. You are in my favorite area. I love Durban. But hey, Durban has shown me flames. When I lost my money in Triple M, I was in Durban. This is not time for me to be revealing such things. Let me post the link again. I do remember someone, Bongani, tried to call in and it actually held him back. I like watching your live streams. We are going through places. Leadership. We are far. Wait until you see what that gentleman is calling me for. You're gonna love it, to be honest with you. When God is right there, I'm telling you, things come together. Patience. Unfortunately, nobody tells you that patience is rewarding, to be honest with you. You enjoy a lot more when you are patient for something, and when it eventually comes up, wow. Word Thinkers is here. I'm gonna leadership today has a setup, guys. No, guys, you have to go subscribe. You have to go subscribe. You see, he's down there. I'm gonna come to him right now. He's fixed a setup. Kuri, Hewan, today he's not on the phone. Last time he was on the phone. Today he has a setup. Okay, let me get through the. No, let me add leadership. Leadership. I see the set. You're making me excited. I get excited. I really get excited.
What's up? What's up, Ricky?
Good,
Is the
man.
audio
What you
nice?
using? Oh man, it's crisp. Man, it's crisp. Sound on point. On point.
Nice.
I hope there is no
Yeah,
lag.
I thought of. I hope so too, because I'm using. I'm using 2 sets of Wi-Fi's to stream to do this.
Oh, okay. Camera wise, what are you using?
Yeah.
What are you using for camera?
This is magnificent. I'm using my phone.
Okay. No, that's good. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see some of the comments. Any particular questions? Udipero says we are flying higher and higher. You can say that again. You said you want to read this particular comment. The notifications pop up even when my mouth is on the focus in Tanzania. Oh, okay. Some people are not getting notifications at all. I am in South Africa. I see Pastor Joe's Pastor King is here. Leadership. Oh man, it keeps scrolling too fast past me. Okay. Budapest says leadership indiko vula muno. Don't type in Venda, you will kill me. I can't read Venda very fast. I am very slow in reading Venda. I realize leadership is not empowered. Hey, leadership, viva. Empowerment one way, but I can't read Venda. Can you imagine? I can't read fast. I can read it, but not fast. When is the competition? I think is complex time. I'm looking forward to the big Bible giver. Oh, you mean this one? I've even put it next to me. This one. Don't worry. This is gonna be probably next week. I think next week I have to do 2 particular giveaways because this week I forgot. I completely forgot. I have no idea how I actually did that. But don't worry, those ones are coming out. So this coming week, do look out for 2 giveaways. But there is a surprise giveaways. There are surprise giveaways in the week. There's something that I want to see. Okay, so we'll be testing out something. So the notification gang, and there's a gift for notification gang. So do look out for that. Triple M. Yo, you were also a victim. Triple M got you. Kipi. Yeah, I didn't fall for Kipi. I just want to be there. I didn't fall. Yusuf, do you know what Triple M is?
No.
Yeah, it's some scheme that really got a lot of us pocket-wise and all that kind of stuff. Watching from Midrand. Hey, I didn't fall for Kipi, but there was another one, Malwanje or something like that. I can't remember. There was too many of these things. Gabriel, you still haven't told me your view on that particular verse that we were talking about, the female preacher's particular one. So Gabriel, if you can, do click the link, call in. I would want to hear your view, particularly directly on video. I just want to hear it. Not a debate. Me, I've said what I think the verse is saying and what it implies. So I thought you are Venda. Yes, I'm Venda, but I can't read it. I didn't learn in Limpopo, so it's a bit of a hectic one for me to think. I told you to watch my friend's smart leadership. But me, I don't want to watch your friend. Me, I don't trust watching other people. I want to hear it from you directly. As I tuned it from Kenya, Heban, all the way. And I see and I hear you clearly. No, wonderful. That's such a blessing to. I am more than willing to listen to the guy, but these are direct conversations, guys. Eliminate, I heard this from this, I heard this person from this. What do you say? So it's important, that final decision. So I understand you hold this particular person's viewpoint as to how he approaches the verse, but what do you hear? When we are reading that particular verse, what do you hear from it? watching from Fosloras. Yo, we have a lot of Fosloras people, guys. Fosloras, we have been shown love. You see, we need to visit this place.
Yes. Ricky, I wanted to bring up something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, this week was the Bushiri week.
This week was his week.
You know, the followers was crazy. Yes. So in the comment section, it was just them going crazy. Attack after attack. So I wanted, you know, not to me and you, but specifically, I wanted to ask a particular question, if it's possible.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so once we do, you know, examination or discernment or analyzing a particular video, there's a lot of thoughts, carefully and thoughtfully teaching and studying that they use and stuff like this, trying to put everything in context, going through the whole Bible study, all those things. Now, here's the question to the followers. Why then do you, before you comment, and I know they will probably watch just like 10 seconds and then they will start commenting because they feel like we criticize or we do what, because this week it was the Bushiri week. I even saw on your channel there was a few people that was blocked. And so the question is, why are you so fast to anger? Because the Bible says you must be slow to anger, slow to, and things. I believe it's 4 somewhere there talks about that particular verse. So considering the verse, why then, Ricky, if it's possible, can you bring up that verse? Why then do you just jump to conclusions by, you know, it's funny, one lady said to me this week that you must go find a job and what, and all this type of funny thing they normally say. But then the question is, why don't they, you know, consider thoughtfully and carefully? Because when you do that, it actually helps you to open up your eyes to see much clearer in context both sides, because you are not only taking one side, you are listening to both views and then putting in consideration what the Bible says. That is, if you are a biblical based Christian or a Bible believing Christian that believes in the Word of God as a faith. So yeah, that is just what I wanted to ask them. I think the verse James talks about slow to anger, something like that.
First James chapter 9,
on the top
verse
of my
19.
head. So.
Verse 19. There it is.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, it says you wanna
therefore Yes, that's the one. That's exactly the one. Therefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. Now, we consider all those things when doing examination, because we listen to the video, yes, exactly. You might listen to it 3-4 times, trying to get the context, work away around the concept of what the guy is trying to, theological errors and stuff like that. And then you bring out the final conclusion of the errors, the examination, the discernment, and all these type of things carefully and thoughtfully. And then somebody in the comment, without even considering all the things that the Bible is saying, just because they feel like you are hurting Papa, they blast you.
Yeah, no, that's very, very telling.
You know?
Now, when you say this particular part here, where it says, brethren, my beloved, you know, there's an emphasis there. Now, unfortunately, we might not get that full picture of the emphasis in his words, but brethren, my beloved, right? Let every man. This is something that is it's a duty. Once he's pointing out, he's pointing. Now, you know, when you study philosophy, there is a teaching where they talk about person and the human and the person, the difference between the two. And then they will tell you the person, you are more likely talking about the legal aspect, the the responsible person, the responsible individual, I don't know, the responsible entity, particularly to a particular thing. So if you say there was multiple persons involved, it's a legal term. It's a legal term. So when he says, let every man, it's a responsibility term. So let every man be swift to hear, meaning responsibly as a disciple. Phil, I see you, I'm coming. It says, tell me if you heard. Philly, thumbs up if you can hear. Just throw a thumbs up. Okay, awesome stuff. I'm coming down there. And so be swift to hear, slow. Something that they might not get is that every single time we do a video, we try to call each other to talk about, there's this video. What is your take? What's your direction and stuff like that, and kind of like pick verses and think around the subject. So that thinking doesn't come across on the video. That there is a point when you're actually asking someone else to say, here's a video. What are your thoughts? What angle are you taking? What direction would you take on a video like this? And so that's such an important thing to say, that there is thought process to doing apologetics. But then people just assume that you are not doing it at all. And so that's such an important point. Let me bring in Phil here just a second. I'll bring you back in a second, Freddy, just in case his network is a little bit slow. Leadership.
Mr. Ricky.
Are you well?
I'm very well, sir.
No, this one is awesome. This one is glowing. I know I look wretched, but man is glowing.
Slow down.
Are you good, man?
Yeah, I'm great, Mr. Ricky.
That's awesome. What's happening? Where are you calling from?
Well, I'm calling from Botswana, man. Gaborone.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was this guy I was friends with from Gaborone. This guy wanted me in Botswana, like every single thing. Then he moved to London. Then I couldn't come.
Well, I think you should come this side, because you've been fixing a lot of things that side, and it's high time you come this side so that we can fix a lot of stuff.
Hey, but that side, you guys, you speak very little, you act more.
But we try our best, man. We try our best, but hey.
But I like it.
To
be honest with you, I'll give you an example. What happened with Zondo, for example? That's wow. Very quick action. We don't like what he's doing. That's it. Closed down. That's it. Done.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
So how are you, Mr. Ricky?
No, we can't complain. You can't complain, and so, doctrine's up there. So we're trying to keep up with the internet, trying to, like I remember last year when the COVID was kind of slowing down, I said, the pastors don't actually realize the type of an audience they're going to have when the church is open. And the audience they're going to get likely is an audience that's more desperate. Why? Because people have been losing jobs. People have been thinking. So that's why right now there's this climbing to the top type of thing with pastors.
I think there's a problem with your audio on the side.
Is my network? I'm still streaming at 5 megabytes per second. Is it? It must be on your side, leadership. On my side, I'm at 5 megabytes per second and only streaming it at 480 megapixels. Yes, sir. Phil, let me take him out. Phil, just cancel, come back inside. The stream was fine right before, but that was an awesome thing. So I see that even word thinkers actually got knocked out. Hello? Is it fine now? Is it fine?
Ricky.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Ricky.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Mr. Ricky.
Yes, sir. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Ricky?
Oh man, your audio is gone. Oh, my audio is gone. Masubu says audio is gone. I don't think it's mine.
Ricky, I don't know if people that side can hear you, but this side I cannot hear you. It seems like there's a problem with your, I don't know if it's network or something.
And you hear me? So guys, in the comment sections, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so my audio is fine. Okay, so you got me tripping. Phil, just fix the audio side. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Awesome stuff. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, and so that's a very interesting thingy that he was bringing up. I don't think I missed any particular thingy. Tandile says also she's watching from Botswana. Hey, yeah, Botswana does a lot, guys. Botswana is amazing. Come on, Ricky, give the guy a chance to speak. Who exactly? You'll have to be a bit more specific. I don't think did I cut off anybody? I'm not sure. Okay. If I did cut off anybody, I'm sorry. But I don't think you see, you were saying the slow to anger thing, it's quite a very, very big deal. I do see thing it says let not forget that ECG Charlie's extradition. No, he's coming back. He's gonna come back. They're gonna drag him back here to South Africa. Okay, they're gonna drag him back. It's a very, very. So thank you guys. I see everybody highlighting that they can hear me clearly. Watching from eThekwini Shades, what's up? Awesome to see you, leadership. It's always a blessing. I want to come back to Swatini. I once came, but by those days I wasn't coming for business, for the kingdom business. I was coming there for money business. That's depressing. I'm tired of working for money. I can't. To be honest with you, I think I can see what someone once came and said, if you do ministry and you do some other kind of thingy, sometimes it can deter you. I think I can see what he meant. Others, yes, they can multitask. I can't. I cannot, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I came to Swatini. It was really, really, really nice. It was really awesome. I've not been posting the link. I'm sorry. Let me post the link again. Okay, watching from Kenya. Oh my, leadership. Hey man, Kenya is one very, very unique land. You see, have you been to Kenya before?
No. I only went to Angola, Botswana, South Africa. Those are the only 3 countries I ever had the opportunity to play in. And then only overseas. The rest of the other countries are overseas.
I remember you were a soccer player, Pela. People don't know you were doing these things. Kicking the ball. Now he's in ministry, guys. We have a superstar here.
You know, Ricky, the funny thing is, when people see me that doesn't know me, they will always ask, but you, especially those that doesn't know, they will be like, yeah, but you have so many tattoos. How can you be a preacher, or how can you what? And you know, in Africa, it's more like that type of philosophy, where they think that. But it's my past life, as a footballer, you follow the trend. I think I stopped making my last tattoo was, I think, 23, and by that time, I didn't know the Lord yet, so I think 25. That's when I made the commitment, the dedication. Got married on 25. Settled down until to date. So in my marriage, I'm 7 years married, 7 years dedicated to the Lord. Everything is 7. And amazing. 7 was the number I actually wore when I was playing football.
And on the 7th year, he went into ministry.
and funny thing is that 2019, I was ordained most 2019. It was on the 7th of the 7th month.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you know, that's another
It
thing.
was amazing.
That's another thing I was highlighting. I don't know how many people have actually seen the video that we streamed a little bit earlier on. And so the thing is soccer is ministry. Look at God. He's here now. he's here preaching with us. I don't even know how did I find. Oh, we made a video on a particular subject, which was very closely thing, and I happened to be researching, and I found his channel. I was like, wow, yeah, no, these are people that I want to associate with. And so then he told me he was a soccer player. I was like, huh? A soccer player? John. How are you a soccer player? I'm forgetting that I don't know anything about soccer. So there is actually a video that I'd wanted to play, guys. And I wanted us to have a conversation about this video. This is a very difficult one, to be honest with you. It's one of those videos which you have to really think about it first before you actually throw it out in the gutter. And so I'm gonna pick up the video right now while everybody is actually. Let me post the link again. I keep forgetting to post the link. It's not allowing me to pin the pin. Yeah, it's not allowing me to pin the thing. Okay, so just a second. I'm gonna pick up this thing. So we can go to commercial break, guys. I'm looking for the video. So basically on this video, it's a Sangoma who is describing something. And I thought it was so telling because his description, basically what he is describing, he's describing a scenario by which they extract one particular type of oil. You see, Joe, did you get that? That's some crazy stuff there. And so I'm going to bring the video up right now. Okay, I found it. Okay, so thank God. It's gonna be a hectic one. So okay, I found it. All right. Okay, video file. So share. Okay. This is guys, there's a back office here. Having to manage everything, trust me, it's not an easy one. But it's really amazing that we get to do these things. These programs are so cheap. So this guy, his name is Dr. Keshelis. He's a very popular doctor in South Africa, a very popular Sangoma, particularly. And he has a YouTube channel. He is also a pastor, kind of I don't know if I can say like a Zion type of a pastor. Now there was something he started teaching about oil. I want you to hear this. I'm gonna translate as we go. Now, please tell me, you can hear the audio.
No, Ricky.
Okay.
It's a little bit soft.
Okay. Did you hear that part?
Yeah, but it's very soft.
Okay, let me see if I can take it all the way up. It's a trial and error thing here. I don't think I can. Okay, I can't increase the volume inwardly. So, okay, let me just translate here. So there is no audio. Others are saying there is no audio. Okay, so I'm going to just say, because I don't see any particular button that actually allows me to increase audio or anything. But don't worry, we'll fix those things as time goes on. I'll buy the full version. Let me just do that. Let me stop being stingy and buy the full version. And so it's very low. Okay, so yeah, on my side is blasting. Oh my. So Okay, so I'll just translate as it goes. Okay, so sorry guys, you're not gonna hear it fully, but don't worry, I can post it maybe on Facebook. So this is what he says. So these things, they call them scubus. So a scubu, basically, it's like a small little container where they put different oils, they put different herbs, they'll put different kind of things inside, and then they will use this thing to chant over it, to speak to their future success. Aina, thank you very much for coming through. It's amazing to see you. I think I saw you on one video. Which video was that? Okay, I'm trying to recall this particular comment. I'm sorry. I'm trying to recall where I saw her name. I keep track of people. I try to remember so that, you know, I build, oh, this person is this person. So I try to remember, but I do remember seeing you on one particular video recently.
Exactly.
And so I see Goodwill says that there is no audio. So yeah, no, it's fine. I don't see the option for audio on my side. And so I'm going to assume, is there a way? Hide this. Or let me check on the setting. Nah, let's just leave that one out because it's gonna give me a headache. I'll search it after this. Okay, says the video about the snake pastor. It left me speechless. Yeah, we are going to that one just in a second. So this Google, then they will chant over it. They will speak to the spirit, that wherever spirit that carries this thing, and then it will go and do. If it is a business they run, it can go and get them customers. So that's what he's describing. So he says whatever is inside this small little bottle thing is very powerful. So there is a particular thing, they call it inkosazana yamanzini. I don't know what that is. So it's some weird things. If you know what inkosazana of manzini is, please tell us. Kumbero is commenting about our capability to do commercial break, guys. That commercial break was awesome. You guys didn't comment. You guys didn't. That commercial break song was awesome, guys. We needed the advert before this one, leadership. Link. The particular video. Oh, okay. So somebody, Ayanda just came in. Ayanda, thank you very much. Thank you for coming through. Ayanda says it's a mermaid. So, so the guy says, so Nkosazana Yasamanzini, according to Ayanda in the comment section, it's a mermaid. So this is one of the things that's contained in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's something called Isandawani. Ayanda, please tell me if you know what is Isandawani. I always hear a lot of people talking about it. So if you know what Isandawani is, tell me down in the comment section and I'll put it up here so that we can get an idea. I've always wanted to play this video here so that we can get the context, because I'm not Zulu, I'm Venda. It's just at Kia Papa. I papa too much. So, and I'm a loud mouth. So if you know what Isandawani is, what is Isandawani? Isandawani. Papi, I can't remember exactly the video, but if you go to Dr. Ketlelezi on YouTube and look for this thumbnail where he looks like this, you will see the video. Okay, and so what is Isandawani, guys? I really want to know this particular one because it's so important. A lot of people talk about this thing a lot, and they talk about it. Sundowns, no, is that Sundowns? I don't think it's soccer related. I don't think it's soccer related. Leadership is throwing us off. So it's not soccer related. I think. I don't know. I think it's not soccer related. I'm speculating at this point. So it's particularly something that, please tell me what it is. But a lot of them do like talking about it in the context of saying, this particular thing, it holds power. more power. So while we are waiting for people who know what Isandawani is, let's continue on here, because so there is a mafuta of this particular Sandawani. So this oil, particular oil. So they have a lot of things, even something called imhlabuva. I don't know what that is. So this particular skubu for incantation, for them to have their success, is made of a lot of things. So they use olive oil also inside it. So they use umhlabuva also, this thing that I'm not sure what it is. So then there's something called ujulwe nose. I think something to do with the bed. I don't know. So you can hear they are using very, very deep Zulu here. And so I'm very curious, guys. And my curiosity, I'll tell you what my curiosity is. Rhodesia never dies. Leadership, the weekend is amazing. One of you guys took me out to gun range. I was there. I was having fun. My goodness, I've never had that much fun in my life. I'm an indoors person. I'm perfectly happy. You see, when I'm sitting here, I'm so happy. I'm so happy sitting here. So when I go out, it's a blast, man. I enjoy it. I don't think about it. Yeah, like when I'm sitting here, I'm not thinking, I must go there. No. So I'm just here. My mind is here. So when I go out, I absolutely enjoy it. So my weekend is amazing. One of you guys took me out to a very, spent a lot of money there for me to just shoot as many guns as I wanted. And so I'll tell you why my interest is such at a peak, right? I'm gonna play this back. Yeah. So also this mafuta of this Kwasazana thing, I think is the mermaid. Where does this skubu, where do they use it? So they can use this thing to extend a church. Link to call in down in the in the comment section. So they can use this particular thing to grow a church. Okay, let's continue here. So you are a pastor, but your church is not having people. So you're doing tenders. So that's another place where it works, whether you want to get tenders. So you can also use it as a sangoma if you want people to come to your shrine. So I want you to note one thing here that is said by thinking. Now remember, our conversation is not about Dr. Khashelezi. He is a sangoma. That's it. We have no business there. That's his thing. Okay, that's his hustle. Asn't getting down. Okay, so the issue here is not. Let's be very clear. The issue here is not him. The issue here is that there are pastors who are given an option to grow a church using those things. Okay, so someone just explained what Isandawani is, and Isandawani is a Pangolian. Okay, I'll have to Google that one. Tina sabantu abahlala endlini, so okay. Let me just make sure that is not the fire alarm. Just a second.
I don't think Ricky muted me. Can anybody hear me? Hello, Jonathan. Jonathan, what's up? How are you doing on this lovely Saturday?
Okay, no, it's okay. I don't know what it is, but it might be a fire alarm, but let's finish the stream. We'll burn inside. Ngolian. I hope it's not too loud. What is that? I'm very curious. Leadership. Oh, okay, I get it. I see what it is. Oh my God. Okay, I get it now. I get it because I've been reading about this thing. I've been reading about this thing, guys. And they kept mentioning that this thing is one of the most highly desired things in thingy. I don't know if you guys know it. I've always seen thingy. They use everything, the oil of it, the shell and whatnot. So okay, so now I get it now. Also, I heard that they also use it, I think, for protection or something and stuff like that. And so, okay, so Isandawani is this thing. Okay, leadership. Thank you, man. Hey, the education on this channel is too much. We are learning.
Yeah.
We are learning. We are learning. This is amazing. Okay, so that's what Isandawani is. Isandawani oil is an okay leadership. I see you. Is an oil of which animal? Okay, so that's the particular animal he was talking about. Okay, so Rudisha says that people should be careful of these oils. Yeah. Now, actually, this is actually the point that I actually wanted people to really think about. The fact that pastors can use, these false prophets can use. You heard a Sangoma. This is a Sangoma, okay? We're not exposing him. He's doing his own thing. We are saying a Christian should not be anywhere looking for that. But they have that option to say they can go to these particular places and take an oil from this thing here. And the oil of this thing is going to grow their church. That's not us. That's not from our words. That's literally from what the Sangoma is saying. So people need to be careful. Now imagine this oil is said to be attracting. Now let's get to this conversation. Thank you, guys. Thank you very, very much. I highly appreciate. You see the beauty of having people all over from all over. We can get information fast.
Exactly.
We go out there sounding very smart. And so is that notice the oil is meant to attract. So now if a pastor is using this oil, which is used to attract, what's to say that he will not attract the false things and the wrong things from your pocket? What is to say that he will not attract the money out of your pocket? If that's what he demands. Now remember, there was the video we did of Lesejo. Let me see if I can find it on a quick one. And on that particular video, I think it's on the done section. By the way, I don't throw away I no longer throw away my files nowadays. I've learned to keep every single file because I've noticed, hey, out here things happen. So you can see I keep every single video that I've made, the raw files and all, the whole 9 yards. And so there is a video we once had of Lesejo. Lesejo. Yeah, this video right here. Now I'm gonna play it. Okay, and this is just going to hammer down the point, ne? This is just going to hammer down this point that I was actually just explaining right now. And so, guys, this program is too much. I'm literally operating
Is this
like
the
television. You're saying you see?
Ricky, is this the same? Is this the same video you released during the week?
No, this one I released it a little bit a while back. This video, we did post it where he demands a person to bring money. This person didn't want to bring the money. As a matter of fact, in this video, this lady, she's refusing to give the money. And him being on the stage there, he says, bring the money. And later on, she then just jumps up. She's refusing with the money, but then she just jumps up and goes towards him, towards the ending of the video. She runs towards him and gives him the money. Just think about it. think about what's just happened right there. Is that there are these churches where they have the capability to attract things to their churches. And then they are given the option to attract these things. And so right now, what you are seeing are churches that are collapsing. Now, the collapse of these churches is not the end of it. The collapse of these churches might be the rebirth of them. Okay?
Yeah.
Bushiri's church might actually be rebirthed with a lot more rebellious audience.
Mm-hmm.
People that are directly anti-Christ. That's why the Bible says, he that is filthy, let him be filthy still. He that is without. So that point that you were bringing on, Fredericks, please, that point is such a huge thing, because me, I didn't have anything to talk about. I was just going to come here and just watch. So that point of people hardening their heart before they hear a matter, it's such a crucial thing.
You know what, Ricky? The thing is this. You making the videos, you understand the audience that you are engaging in. And for a matter of fact, you know that you will come across those ones that, like you said, when the Bible talks about their filthiness and also their hardened heart, failing to understand the biblical aspect of what the Bible tries to prove. And so sometimes I came to realize it doesn't matter how good of a argument you bring to them, they just refuse to listen to you. And so they will just say no. And yeah.
No, you were saying, just continue on with that thought.
Yeah, so so it doesn't matter how good of an argument you bring to them, they will always denounce it. They will always bring up some other excuse. Never from a biblical perspective, because they won't, like, you know what we tried to do. I remember one day you took the verse, I think it was Wise Man Daniel, which you took the verse that he was using out of context and you placed it in its proper context, which also deals with hermeneutics and stuff like that. And those are some, when you study those things, you learn and you try to apply it by always, like almost all the time, you would try to be contextually right when it comes to interpretation of the word. And so you give them, and then you're like, one person came and said, but this is where, like, this is maybe the part where you failed. And then you make an argument, you give it to them. Then they are like, no, but I don't accept that argument. You must go to another one. And so you're like trying to figure out in your mind, like, what is this person really willing to accept as truth? Because their standard or their basis of truth is not the Bible. So how then do you prove to them logically and reasonable that the things you are talking about is logically making sense? And so at the end of the day, I was just like, sometimes when a follower of Bushiri comment, I will go rewatch the video and try to see if there's any. The comment never fits the video. The comment never fits the video.
Wow.
So it's never about the video. It's always something different. Then you're like, but so that tells me that you didn't watch the video. James 1 verse 19 did not take place.
but there is something else you're bringing there. Joseph, I see you. I'm going to add you just now. It brings me to this verse right here. And this verse right here is such a crucial. I love this verse. I love this verse, to be honest with you. This is 2 Corinthians chapter number 4. God is talking about, us being given the ministration of the word. But then he starts talking
Okay.
about another audience, a second audience. He says, even if our gospel be revealed, it is revealed to those who, it is, even if, okay, my bad. My eyes are going wacko. Let me enlarge it so that you can read. I sometimes read what's in my head, not what's written there, especially if it's not King James. I've memorized the King James too much. Let me just put King James once, actually. I have a tendency of saying exactly the way it comes, the way I know the verse to speak.
Yeah.
So it says, but we have renounced the hidden things of shame, not working craftily or handling the word of God. So meaning, even if the word is against what I, Ricky, am saying, I still handle the word exactly as it is. Okay? I don't twist it around. I don't work around. Don't try to maneuver, becoming a slithering snake. Don't do that. But the manifestation of truth, commending ourselves. That word there, that's the nail. Commending ourselves. Notice that this verse, it links exactly with what we were reading. What verse was I reading earlier on? I read another verse. What was that?
In James? Was it in James?
I think, was it in James? The one that I read where he's talking about you yourself bringing yourself towards the truth. I can't remember exactly. There's a verse that I read a little bit earlier on.
Oh, okay.
It's the same idea of discipleship that you are seeing here. Commending ourselves, meaning we know the truth and then we commend ourselves there. I'm going that way. Okay? He says, to every man's conscience. So meaning, I'm conscious that Frederick says that the verse interprets like this. And so in the sight of, notice, to every man's conscience in the sight of God. So your conscience in the light of what the Bible would say, basically. So I'm commending myself to how you think the Bible interprets that, but in the sight of God, meaning I see your presence before me as the light of, as the idea of having God next to me, watching me. So that's why you hear me saying relationship with people is actually relationship with God. And some churches have lost that picture, is that the relationship that we have, the relationship that we create, commending ourselves to every man's conscience. So what I see in the verse, in the sight of God, that's why you will hear me saying, this is what I believe of this verse, but I want to hear what you say about the verse, is that commend yourself before my consciousness. In my consciousness, I'm right at how I looked at that verse. How do you then now let's address this particular audience that you are talking about. He says, but even if our gospel be veiled, it is veiled to those who are perishing. So you see, the people that you are talking about, when you say that these people will come, having not watched the video, Rodolph, I see you down there, I'm coming to you. So having not watched the video to hear what context you're bringing to it, they already make a judgment at what they think you're going to say. But why? He tells you. Do you want to read this particular one? Do you want to read this verse?
Okay. Whose minds the God of this age has blinded, who do not believe, lest the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine on them. Amen. That's perfectly said.
Now that's a very that's a damning statement right there. Now let's explain the damning statement.
Exactly.
The damning statement out of that statement is that he is saying, who is the image of God should shine upon them. Notice this idea of should shine upon them. This is Deuteronomy. He is going back to Deuteronomy. Paul is going back to Deuteronomy. Remember the Abrahamic blessing. May the Lord shine his is that they say to in each and every single at the end of each and every single meal when they are leaving the house. That's the Abrahamic blessing. So at
Yes.
least that image should
Yes,
shine
yes.
upon. So that's why they can't wait for you to be right. Why? Because they have already condemned what you have to say. Thoughts?
No, that's, you know what? Remember last time we spoke, whenever you think there's not a verse that can bring perfect understanding of what you are struggling with. And so bringing this to light, someone should actually look at it, you know, as a follower of whatever prophet, and you are like always doing that thing where you are stopping yourself from the truth being revealed to you, and then placing judgment like in 5 seconds in the video just because you saw the title or the thumbnail, and then you are keeping yourself from the light that Christ wants to shine upon you, and then you make a judgment call and you leave, and at the end of the day you are like somebody, you might find somebody talking about that specific video and you're like, but I didn't see that. It's because you didn't finish video and getting the understanding that Christ wants to shine upon you. And that's why, Ricky, I'll be honest with you, when I watch a particular video and there's like I struggle to understand, I take time. Like I watch it 3-4 times and I try to get the context, see if I am accurately judging what you are saying. And so at the end of the day, when I do my discernment, I'm like, but this is right. I feel offended, but it's right. I feel some type of way, but this is correct. This is exactly what I didn't understand. But now, since Ricky spoke about it, I'm like, God, I'm sorry. I repent for, you know, not seeing the light, and forgive me. And then moving from that stage in my sanctification and moving on at the end of the day. So, Ricky.
That's a big deal. That's
Back
a very,
to you.
very big deal. And on the, I see Chiquito, here we are talking. We are having a conversation. It's Saturday live stream. You can call in if you wanted us to address something. I think we actually started talking about a particular video of a shaman or a sangoma, as you would know them, who is describing people getting powers. Okay, I think we can stop the stream at 40 today, right? Let's stop at 1 hour, 40 minutes. Last week we killed ourselves. We killed ourselves at 2 hour, 30 minutes. Yo, that was too much. And so today let's give it up until 1 hour, 40 minutes. I think 1 hour, 30 minutes will be perfect. And so I'll publish out the WhatsApp number, okay? And then so that I can keep you up to date. And so do take the number once it comes out, and then so that we are particularly on the time. So don't worry, even if you miss it, you can come next week and we'll still have these conversations. And so that's such an important thing that we are just talking about, is that there are people who are offering powers to do things and bring people into their church and attract people. Now we were actually stretching a particular point on the subject. I see there were 2 gentlemen down below. I don't see them anymore. Now you can join in back again. We just wanted to close that particular point that we were actually elaborating on. And so it's such an important thing for people to know that these things are out here. So when I saw that video, I wanted to always bring it in, but I never thought of a scenario. Now, when you brought up the idea of people just blindly listening to a particular pastor or something like that, it brought this particular thing that people are being drawn into churches with the wrong spirit and the wrong power. Now that brings back Gabriella's comment about the video we recently did. Let me see if I can find that comment. She was talking about, so guys, if you haven't seen the point where we were talking about the video of the Sangoma, please do watch the earlier parts after we close out. All powers are from God, hence the name Almighty. There is no other source of power. Yes, there is no other source of power, but remember what we Christians call power, it's not what the occults call power. They talk of manipulate. It's manipulative. It's obtained. They go places in order to obtain this power, and so that's the kind of power we are addressing. Is that it attracts, of course, people that are not believers into a church, and so I was looking for that particular comment by Gabriela. She was talking about the video that we did about Snake Pastor. Snake Pastor, on that video, he's saying there is a point I actually left out, where he says he is now possessing his church members. Now, guys, don't forget, I'll leave, after the video is done, I will leave Frederick's channel linked down. Why do I forget mentioning that? Do remind me just to always mention that. Actually, I should just remove this so that your name shows. And so, Joseph, I'm coming to you now. So that's the name of the channel, Word Thinkers. I'm gonna have it in the description and also in the pinned comment. And so CBL is not in our time frame. He's in Namibia. And so he made time for us. So go check him out. The videos, if I'm doing any collaborations, it's with him. and so you will definitely see those videos come out. And so there is a particular point he mentioned. Joseph, I'm coming. There is a particular point he made. He said, when I'm possessing you, I have the right. Do you remember that part? He says, I have the right to possess your house. Now, there is something that I actually forgot to say. I had written it down, but I had forgotten to mention it because it's such that point is actually very, very, it's a heretic. The statement he made there is heretic because he is implying that he is the Holy Spirit, or the Holy Spirit is the only one who has the right to embody or to take a hold of our bodies, to fill us. Okay? For him to say that he has he's qualified, he says, I'm more than qualified. He is literally making himself the Holy Spirit. That's such a heretical thing. I forgot to mention it, and after the video, it's so that video it's very, very scary. And so, Joseph, what's up?
It is.
Hey, hello guys.
Are you good, leadership?
No, I'm good. And you?
Number one. Evangelist, I'm coming to you right now. I see you down in the pin in the comment down below there. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I will just get to the questions, like to stop wasting time.
Okay.
And sorry, there are some cars outside.
Nah. Don't worry.
So like, with all these powers about like happening in the church today, people buying powers and all of those things. How then will you know between the real and the fake Holy Spirit? And like, how will I know? Okay. You know, this church here is doing the right thing. Yeah, this one is fake. How will I differentiate now? Because it's hard to see.
Now, the first thing is this: don't look for it. Don't look for it. That's the first thing. Yes. Do not like, don't wake up saying I'm looking for a right church. Because then go to church, right? And then what you see in that church, you don't approve of it, or you don't see it in the scripture, you simply leave. That's it. I don't have to talk about it after. I don't have to say I had a bad experience. This pastor, no. So if you are looking for a true church, that's why I don't recommend anybody. Go to the church that's next to your church, next to your house. You find a small little church with 300 people, 200 people. There's a small little church next to you there. They don't even have air conditioning. It's hot inside there. Go there, be a blessing. Buy an air conditioner. Be the first one to rock up in there and bless the ushering team who got uniform. Go to the church that's next to you. And I think there's another video. Yeah. There's a video that I'm actually planning to make this coming week. It's about church and money. Believers are becoming extremely stingy. they're allowing the world's mindset about money to inflate them. And we have to be very, very careful in that particular area. COVID has made us comfortable to say, I'm no longer going to give to the work of God. Bazalwane. You feel that you are blessed that week, bless somebody else. Go inside a taxi and just pay for the whole taxi. Just go pay for one taxi. Text me so that I just I'm telling you that when you walk out, I like especially the late taxis where people are from work. My goodness, they will send blessings to you. My son, may God bless you. May they. I'm like, yes. So don't. When it comes to a right church, don't look for a right church. When I learn what the doctrine of the church is, then go to church. Look at whether what you see the doctrine of the church as fits what you are seeing there. If it doesn't fit, you don't have to discuss it. Why it's well like I'm cool. You don't need to be offending anybody. Number two, when it comes to the issue of the power of God, don't be looking for that too. The Bible is very clear. These signs follow. These signs follow them. Okay. Now, desire, if you have a particular desire of a certain particular gift, whether it be a desire of to pray, the desire to be, there are those prayer guys, not you are lying there. God, I thank you. Hallelujah. Amen. You desire that thing. There is a church where I know they pray like 1 hour before they go to work. It's an amazing thing. When you come out there, you are charged. So you desire that thing. That's the right thing to be desired. Don't be desiring to find the right pastor. You will be offended of every corner you go. And so
true,
the experiences again. Once you find a church and then you find their own experiences, do not desire experiences you know nothing about. The Bible says the things we should desire are right gifts. I will that you all prophesy, meaning preach. The word prophesy in that particular context is to speak the word of God. So I will that you all do that. So desire that one. Desire that. Joseph, think about this. There's this guy, this other day, I was so humbled. I walked into a taxi. This guy just started preaching in the taxi. I'm like, wow. This guy. He just started talking. He didn't say, he just said, beloved, what just happened right now? And so he started preaching. I desire that. That's why you heard me saying, I bought this speaker. When I decide to go out here, I'll be preaching in the streets. I desire that. I'm not desiring an experience of the Holy Spirit caught me. I'm not desiring that. I have no place for that. It doesn't do anything. Okay? But I desire the gift to interpret the word. I desire to be able to be impactful. If someone asks me a question, I desire wisdom that I know how to answer them. That's what to desire. You see that? And so let's desire those gifts. And all these other experiences, let's leave that out and focus on what's important. Your discipleship and bringing souls to Christ. That's it.
So if you wanna like the way you're saying it, maybe at the church they are doing those things that you're saying now, like where they are feeling power, you just carry on to go there or you just leave.
If you go there, this is what I would say, Joseph. If you go there and your heart is filled, you know right here. Your heart is filled. You might get to a church where there is keyboard, they have a piano, they have a violin, they have a trumpet, and your heart is filled. Okay, this is the key. Your heart is filled. I was just at church, man. You are proud. You have that thing that I'm from church. If you find a church like that, go there. Don't listen to whether this music is the right music. That they play keyboard like this. That has nothing to do with anything. The goal is that we understand what the doctrine is, and when you are right with truth here, what you find, sit there. The rest, let's leave. The rest is discussion.
I asked you a question during the week.
Yeah.
I asked you whether water baptism is a primary doctrine. You said you were like,
that was you, yeah.
yes,
Thank
because
you.
I'm concerned about that. So, yeah.
No problem. Evangelist, I'm sorry, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, leadership. And I see Ntlantla also down there. I'm coming to you just now. Water baptism is not a necessary thing for salvation. It's not. It cannot be. And I'll explain why. It cannot be because the thief on the cross didn't need it. The thief on the cross next to Jesus did not need it. But he told him what was needed. He says, this day, the fact that you have believed what you have believed, this day will you be with me in paradise. What did you believe to begin with? Even when they came to the disciples, they said, what shall I do? They didn't say go. They said, confess it. You have confessed it out of your mouth. You've believed it in your heart. The record is here. Remember, when he was talking to the prophet, he made them do some very hectic things. Hey, I thank God I never have to do that. He made a prophet to eat a scroll. Now, I don't have to eat a scroll. I don't have to eat a scroll. He says, in my mouth, it was very... Now, I don't have to do that. But for me, the word that I have now received has now... He says, the word that has now entered you, it washes you. You understand? The baptism, when the Bible... This is the mistake we make. When we read the account of Nicodemus, and you hear that, except a man be born again of water and of the Spirit, he cannot be saved, right? Now, what does it mean in a Jewish context to be born of water? Go research. The Jews don't mean entering water and be baptized. No. when the Jew says, when Jesus is saying, except a man be born of water, he is talking about birth, physical birth. A Jew in a Jewish context, when you say born of water, and when a woman is pregnant, when the water breaks, that's when the child is about to be born. That is the birth that he's talking about. He is literally putting out spirits. He's saying about Satan, the spirits, all these damned angels, they cannot come back to salvation. Except a man be born of water. He's talking about physical birth. Please go research what I just said right now. Don't just believe me. Go and research what does it mean in a Jewish context to be born of water. It doesn't mean entering baptism. It means physical birth. So you are physically born. You are fit to be saved.
No, I understand. The thing is, I think it is called Church of Christ, like they give a good reason for being baptized, and according to them, if you're not baptized, then it means you are not saved. And like their case is pretty much is very good. Their case is good.
No, they are wrong still. No, they are wrong. You know what? It's good to hear what other people think about certain things, but if they are wrong on a certain thing, you just simply we happily disagree. You just happily disagree. Do you see that? Yeah. And so let's be very clear about what Jesus says. He says, I knock at the door. He's not knocking to baptize you. He is knocking. He's knocking at the door for you to let him in. The most difficult place, to go through. Just a second, guys. Trevor, I'm almost done. Okay, I have to meet someone. And so the most difficult thing to ever happen is for a man to actually receive the gospel. That's why we read that particular verse. You see, that verse that we read is such a crucial thing. When we read this verse here, is that once the light has been opened for you to see, you receive the light. He's not talking anything about, the problem is not that they are not baptized. No. The problem is that they haven't
Exactly.
received the light. You see that? And so it's baptism is not necessary for things. Baptism is your confession publicly to your salvation.
Definitely.
Yeah. And is that sorted, Joseph?
No, I know I'm fine. No, thanks.
That was an awesome question. Keep these questions coming on. You never know who's listening.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, leadership. Thank you. Highly appreciate it, man. You see, we're gonna go to Pastor Rudolph. And Tlantla, I'm coming to you just now. Evangelist.
Yeah, Brother Ricky.
Are you well, leadership?
I'm happy to talk with you today.
I can hear the evangelist in this voice. You know, the evangelists, they are very patient. They wait for you. They hear what you're. They know exactly where to tackle them, but I know. I hear the evangelist in the voice. Are you well, leadership?
Thank you, my brother. I've been following you for some time, and I really thank God for the initiative you have taken to enlighten the children of God worldwide.
Thank you, leadership. Where are you calling from? I see your outfit there.
I'm from
network, I think. Eusebio, Fredericks, I'm just gonna bring you back in a second. Let me see if it's not his network.
Okay. Network just went off. Hello, Brother Ricky.
I can hear you. Sir.
Yes, are you getting me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, the lights went off, so my network had to shake.
No problem.
So I am talking from Cameroon.
Wow. I like the shirt there. I wanna have all kinds of shirt, all countries. I saw this really nice jacket from Zimbabwe. I'm trying to get it. Unfortunately, the person who sells it there, like in Zimbabwe, I wanna have all rainbow color clothes and stuff like that. I'm collecting one by one.
Okay. If Jesus tarry, we'll send you on if you love it.
Thank you, leadership.
So, my brother, I've been following you, as I said earlier, and there's one thing that I've discovered this time around. Most of us Christians, it seems as if somebody asked me a question the other day, the difference between Muslims and Christians. And the only difference I've discovered is this. The simplest difference. When Muslims want to enter the church, they remove their shoes.
Yes.
But most of us Christians, while entering the church, we remove our brains. So many things are happening in church I don't understand. And I don't know whether when some of them remove their brains, the pastor send ushers to go and carry them. Since they left the church, they're no more reasoning again. They're no more reasoning. I don't know, my brother. Something is really wrong. And I thank you because I started following you since 2 years ago. I've been following you, downloading your videos. I keep it in the house. We watch it. And I'm telling you, you are doing a great job.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, people's eyes are being opened.
Yeah, that's
people's
such
eyes
a
being
powerful.
opened.
You know, when you said people are taking off their brains, I think the human will is more willing to be dumb. People are willing themselves. They are willing to be duped. They are willing to be deceived. It's just that we just don't realize how far. The same way you fall in love with a particular person. Deception works as much as love. You are willing to be with this particular person. The same way you would be more willing to hear a person tell a lie, a categorical level 5 lie, and still believe it. So it's very, very telling. When you say that, you actually remind me of the 7 churches. When he's rebuking the 7 churches, his issues are different with all these churches. And you will notice the one church he takes a very big problem with is the lukewarm. And the lukewarm
is the Laodicean church age.
And just when you do a research, I advise, just a second. Okay, you just brought a very interesting subject, leadership. Me, I like interesting things. It's very, very, very interesting. If you go lukewarm, if you actually look lukewarm,
Revelation chapter 3 from verse 14.
Yes, I'm looking for something. There is that's what's the name of the church? What's the name of the church? Laodicea. Is it Laodicea?
I'm sure the church in yes. Revelation 3 from verse 14.
How do you type Laodicea? Laodicea. Okay, there it is. Laodicea. Okay. Now, if you go to Laodicea and you actually look up what it brings up in search. Okay, let's say Laodicea in a map. Now, there is something that I want to show you just in a second. You can go look it up. It's really, really, really interesting to see the 7 churches, the location of the 7 churches. Just look it up when you get free time, guys. I'm telling you, this thing will bless you. There's something here.
Asia Minor.
Now, do you see this picture right here? Let's use this picture. You will notice that Laodicea is here. Hierapolis is right here, right? And
yes,
Colossae is right here. Now go research what these 2 cities were for, or they had. You will find that one of these cities used to have water, very beautiful, nice, sweet water. And what they did then, actually, Laodicea water, if you say water supply, there it is. It comes up. It's one of the first things that come up. They found these pipes in archaeology, and these pipes, one was from Hierapolis, one was from the other city. What is that? Whatever that are the next city that I pointed out there. And so what they found was that these guys were exporting this warm, nice, volcanic, nice water which you could bath with, and it made you feel nice and really, really, really nice. They were exporting one of those waters from one of those cities, and then the other one, Hierapolis, which is located actually, if you go into just go research the cities, you will see what I'm talking about. The other city had nice, fresh, refreshing water you could drink, and one had very warm, nice water. So what they were doing is they were supplying these waters to their city. That's how rich these cities were. Now, when he says, if you remember back, he says, you have said that you are rich and you have no need. He says, but you are now lukewarm. So when he's talking about lukewarm, he was directly talking about the thing that they had gifted themselves with their wealth, which was the water. They had gifted themselves with this water that was very nice for bathing and warming themselves up. Now he says, I will spew you out of my mouth. Now, what do you do with warm water? You can't drink it. You can't bath with it. And so, because the water was now mixed, he was literally using a geographical thing that they had done, and to make a reference. So now when you bring this point up, so just go look up that thing, guys, that I just actually mentioned. It's very, very interesting history there. So when you mention this point that they leave their brains at the entrance, You actually
Yes.
you reminded me of that point. So thank you very much for bringing that up. I'm gonna cut this part and make it a separate video.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. And brother
Now this is wonderful.
Ricky, please, I would love us to discuss something. The question that brother about that issue of water baptism.
Yes.
I myself am having a serious problem there.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know you. When I was listening, you said you need to go and meet somebody. Maybe I don't know when I need us to discuss on that issue, because that issue is really, really important. That issue of water baptism. I don't know when we can have time, because that.
Let's set it for next week.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, my brother, it's really, really important. Please, we need to talk on that issue. It's really important.
Okay, no problem. Let's talk out
and
next
clarify
week.
So many things.
And next week, let's bring all our verses, and then we deal with the verses leadership. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Thank you. So next week, 4 o'clock, we'll be here, and then we can.
The time.
Yes, the same time. The same time.
4 o'clock.
Yes, 4 o'clock. Yes. Yes. Okay. No.
Okay. Same time. I can only join you people. From 5. I have a radio program from evangelism program from 3:30 to 5. I'm only free from 5 o'clock. I'm sure I will not be late.
Don't worry. You can, when you come in, we'll have the verses, and then we can discuss it when you come. It's well.
Thank you, my brother. And more grace. Greet your family for me.
No, thank you, leadership. So next week we'll talk on that one. Thank you, leadership. Number 1. Okay, so I'm going to add in Ntlantla now. So that baptism video, we'll be talking about that on the live stream next week. Okay, we'll bring all the verses together and we'll properly discuss it. Leadership, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting.
How are you?
It was knocking you out at the bedtime, and then you are no longer there. I'm like, hey, leadership, what's going?
I am here. How are you, Ricky?
Now we are blessed, leadership. I can't complain a single ounce. There's no ounce of complaining me.
I know I'm sorry about my camera. I dropped my phone yesterday.
Nah, don't worry. We don't care about that. If we can hear you rightly right now. Yeah.
Oh no, that's amazing. You know, I want us to discuss one issue to be particular. I just hope it doesn't take much of time, because I understand you have to do something. So am I.
Yeah.
You know, the churches these days, to be particular, it's all about money. So the pastors are all about enriching themselves and having the most beautiful structures and all that. But you know, Jesus used to teach people in the streets. At this other time, he had to bring in a boat to stand on it and teach people and stuff like that. But I'm not there. I'm on the money part. So I want us to discuss the issue of tithing, more especially from the book of, there's the one that is found in the book of Deuteronomy and the one from the book of Malachi. So I hope my take on it doesn't offend anyone, and anyone can bring in their view and we talk about it. Can be on a comment or anything like that. I don't mind.
Is Deuteronomy what?
Deuteronomy chapter 14. It should be from verse 22.
Chapter 14.
It talks about tithing. Yeah.
Okay, I think I know where you're going there. Okay.
but I would like us to read up to verse 25, if that's possible. Okay. I don't have it with me, so you can open it for us so we can read. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go out a little bit here. So verse, you were looking for verse, which verse?
Verse 22.
Verse 22. Fredericks, are you available to? Okay, I think Fredericks is a little bit busy there.
Okay.
Just a sec. Sorry, guys. Fredericks is a family man, and so he is also with his family. So we are really appreciative of his time. I just hack him so that he co-hosts without agreeing. Fredericks is messing with me now. The network is messing with me now. Okay, so I'm going to put him here. Fredericks, I'm gonna.
Ah, that's the one. That's the one.
Bring me.
Should I read it?
Guys, can you hear me? Or am
Yes,
I out?
now we can.
Okay. And you can read it. It's fine.
Oh, okay. It says, be sure to set aside a tenth of all that your field produces each year. Eat the tithe of your gain, new wine, and olive oil, and the firstborn of your head and flocks in the presence of the Lord your God, at the place he will choose as a dwelling for his name, so that you may learn to reserve the Lord your God always. But
Okay.
if that place is too distant, and you have been blessed by the Lord your God, and cannot carry your tithe, because the place where the Lord will choose to put his name is far away. Can you take it down a bit? Yeah, thank you. Then exchange your tithe for silver, and take the silver with you, and go to the place the Lord your God will choose. Use the silver to buy whatever you like, cattle, sheep, wine, or other fermented drink, or anything you wish. Then you and your household shall eat there in the presence of the Lord your God and rejoice. But the most important part is verse number 27 that says, and do not neglect the Levites living in your town, for they have not, for they have no allotment or inheritance of their own. I just want us to stop there. So, according to my understanding, I just want to take maybe 6 minutes or something. But according to my understanding, tithe, as other churches explain it, or other pastors explain it to exploit people, they say tithe is for the pastor. So whatever you give, your tenth and whatever, is to give to the pastor to do whatever he likes with your money. But as we see it in the writings or in the scripture here, it says that the tithe is for you to take to the house of the Lord. In the book of Malachi, it says that so that there will be food in the house of the Lord. But people tend to twist that the food is what the pastor brings. But I beg to differ. My belief is that the food is the one is for verse number 27. In verse number 20, in verse number 28 or 29, somewhere there, it also talks about the widows. So you are taking in your tithe to the house of the Lord, so that there will be food for those who were not blessed. You remember in the beginning of our reading, it says that if the Lord has blessed you for that year, then you take the 10th of it to the house of the Lord. So there are those who were not able to work. Actually, the poor, let's say, for the poor. So the 10th is for the poor, so that they can also have food. So we tend to see pastors, they drive private jets, we know they ride in Rolls Royces, they stay in the most expensive estates that we can find. But the Bible talks about giving this to the people who do not have. So it always amazes me when there's people in the church that sleep without food, but there's tithe that is coming in every Sunday. It always amazes me when there is people with no clothes, people with nowhere to stay, and stuff like that. But the tithe, the Bible says that it's so that there will be food in the house of the Lord. In verse number 27, it says that it's for the poor. So the poor people in the house of we shouldn't be having poor people. We shouldn't be having people begging for food, most especially in the house of the Lord. But let me tell you something. The pastor is gonna tell the poorest of the poor in the church that if you do not tithe, you will not go to heaven. Your things will not be good. Your situation will not change or stuff like that. But I believe that tithe is not for the pastor. It's for the poor, and it's for the widows, and it's for the Levites. So, but I would like to have your opinion around that. Of course, but that's my take around the scripture.
When you speak of the tithe, you've put it within the full context of every single little thing of what it was supposed to do. As a matter of fact, it gets worse. I heard you saying it might offend someone. It shouldn't offend them. If the scripture says it, the scripture says it. Now, there is actually a portion of this issue of tithe where there is a tithe you are supposed to eat. Okay, so that's there is a tithe you are supposed, so they must tell us which month. Yeah? So which month, so that month I know I'm going to be chowing the tithe at my house. Now, also the particular one that you actually just noted right now, you will note that it actually says that there is this tithe which you are taking it, and then when you get to this location, you are going to eat it in that particular. This one is not going into there. So you have not. This is what I say about tithe. Tithe is not necessary. It's not a necessitated thing to say every Christian must tithe. No, you give willingly. If you want to give 10% of what you are willing to give that part. It's not a do it or else. No. It's not that. Do it or you won't be blessed. Blessing has nothing to do with whether a person paid tithe. First of all, he says he gives food to the believer and to the non-believer. So how can he make it rain for Bill Gates, who has never tithed a single day, and then make it rain on things? So you understand? And so that's where it's wrong. People like David Oyedebo and whatnot, they are very, very wrong on that particular point, because he puts success alongside tithe. And the Bible does not say that. The Bible is very clear that you work hard, you will get the results of what you worked for. Now, people attaching success with tithe, that's wrong. The prosperity gospel is messed up. So you're absolutely right there. Yeah. So
understood.
So you're not far off from thinking that the subject should be dealt with wisely, and people must understand that you give what you. That's why I need to do that video about the money. because I think it's such an important thing to really wrap up. The idea that there is a reason why Paul, when he is departing, he instructed, tell those that are rich to be generous.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, those that are rich are going to charlatans. So when those who are rich are going to charlatans, now we have lost kingdom finance. That's kingdom finance that has now gone to finance a charlatan. It's now going to finance a person's suit and whatnot and all that kind of stuff. So that people think, Ricky, you are just against. No, you don't understand. There are certain evangelists. Evangelist Rodolph needs a person to finance his ministry. You understand? He needs it in order for him to go out and be a kingdom soul winner. He needs to be out there in the ministry, but there might be someone who needs to fund him. But that person is in a charlatan's church. And so
true.
We have lost funds right now. The reason why some certain churches have lost pockets, let's be very clear, is because they don't understand that the people that should be financing or helping your ministry, they are in the charlatan's church.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And so I think
no, I just wanted to. Sorry, Ricky.
Yes, sir.
I have to quickly rush somewhere. So thank you guys for all the people that I've met today, and also being a blessing to you. You're also been a blessing to me. And I wanted to participate in this point, but I quickly have to rush somewhere. And I'll catch you on another one. Thank you, Ricky. And do make sure to pin the
channel. Yeah, no props. I'll pin his comment down there. Guys, I think we also have to go, man.
We do.
Yeah, but this has been very fruitful.
Okay, Ricky.
We said we were gonna go at 1 hour 40 minutes. Actually, Felix, it's okay. Don't worry. I'll see you later on. I'll pin his channel down there. And so it's a very important subject. Thank you. It's a very important subject, and people should be willing to engage these things. I see the evangelist is still here. Evangelist, thoughts before we part ways. It's an important thing for people to understand. There are churches that cannot function on just guess game finances. Very, very clear. Do you know, there are people that pitch me with ideas that I can't do nothing with. Ricky, can we do this? We have this finance. And I say, I can't do nothing. I'm not in that space. You know, Ricky, we need a person to be a presenter for. I'm not in that space. And so, but there are pastors who are more qualified to be in that position. You know, but we have charlatans there. You see that? So that's the thing that people also need to understand, is that Jesus' ministry was funded by rich people. They didn't pay tithe. So when are we talking about that? So that's what that video is going to be about, is that there's a lot more about the issue of tithe. Actually, tithe is not even the subject. We shouldn't be talking about tithe. Church has no business to do with tithe. Listen, people that are kingdom finances, when we talk about kingdom finances, those people are not tithers. Those people are literally just giving out of the good of their. There's a gentleman who called me, said, Ricky, tell me if you need any equipment. Now, unfortunately, I am a scrappy person, so I'm never gonna think of any equipment that I need. You see, so I'm gonna use the small phone there. But these are people that are there. I'm literally just saying it now because I just remembered that there's these people that offer me all these things, but I don't know. I don't have a place for them. But there are ministers that literally need to reach that. And unfortunately, they don't know. The people that are supposed to be in your church, financing your church, they are locked up in a charlatan's. So they must remember that. They are the people that are supposed to finance. And so tithe, if you look at it, let's go back to the issue of tithe. Before we go, we are going at 1:15, guys. We are going at 1:15. I promise. If we look at the issue of tithe, it was not even everyone that tithed. It wasn't everyone that tithed. If you look at look at the audience of the people that are tithing, it's people that owned land,
Yeah.
You don't hear of Jewish what is that? Proselytes. Tithing. Proselytes didn't have these rules upon them. When do we talk about that? And so people are applying these rules, but they have to understand you don't need people tithing in your church. You need people to be behind the vision of what your mission is there for. And so if you are here, you are sitting, you're a pastor, and you're thinking, this small boy. Yeah, you see me, like right now, if I lost finances, listen, there are people that are already willing to back me if I have nothing. Why? They are behind the vision. They see what we are trying to do. You see that? And so that's what all these other ministries should be out there evangelizing, reaching people, and knowing what exactly the goal is. Get people out of these charlatan churches, bring people back to the kingdom so that they work for the right rewards. Not for, I want to get more richer, I want to get, no. That has been the wrong perspective. So thank you very much for bringing that point.
Thanks, man.
Awesome stuff. Next week, awesome stuff. Let's talk next week, leader. I appreciate the commentary.
All right, thanks. Next week.
Awesome. So, evangelist, last
thoughts. Yes, my brother.
Let's close the show.
No, it has been very, very great. And the topics, if we just continue, maybe tomorrow. So, as you rightly say, you need to, we need to stop so that we can also handle other things.
Yeah, no.
So next week.
Yeah, so next week, let's prepare those subjects and let's come and we discuss them and in their full length. Thank you, leadership. Awesome. Okay, so guys, I will see you on the later on. I think, hey, we have gone back to exactly 2 hours. I was avoiding getting to 2 hours, but we have tackled a lot of subjects here. We talked about tithe, we talked about finances in the church. We talked about is the place where we have to deal with these subjects rightfully so. It's Ricky. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed. I don't think I missed. Did I miss? I missed a couple of comments in the other side down there. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't miss too many comments. So I did see prophetic, divine, open. Okay, it says open church run, and then to send the word. Okay, very interesting stuff. Okay, so guys, I'll see you on the later on. Hey, we overran the time. We had said 2 hours, but we had said 1 hour 30 minutes. But anyways, next week we'll do 4 o'clock. I'll publish that number during the week as videos, and then you guys can join us so that you can be updated on when exactly. But I think 4 o'clock I'll be here. I'll publish the videos probably 12, maybe 1 or 2, and then we'll do the live stream at 4. So all the subjects, you can just pin them out, write them out. You can kind of hint at me the subjects that you want us to discuss. Maybe it's a story that you don't see me covering here, and then we can do so. The link, remember, it's best to you send me these things on Facebook, but the email address actually works best. Okay, so it's Ricky. I'll see you on the later on. Thank you, guys. Y'all be blessed. I see everybody. Water baptism. Leadership. We'll tackle water baptism next week. We'll tackle water baptism next week. Thank you, guys. Let me go. I'm already 1 hour late for that meeting that I was supposed to go to. I'll see you later. Y'all be blessed. Thank you very, very, very too much. Very, very too much. You know what?